What's up, Sparkman family? It's your boy Sparkman. Today, we're talking about whether or not you should be investing in Starlight Rares right now. Well, right off the bat, there's a lot of Starlight Rares right now way below the market, way under in price. And that is probably frightening a lot of people, and they're getting rid of their copies before it really tumbles down. Now, what I will say is that it's definitely taken a tumble, right? It definitely has gone down. And a lot of people are frying because Starlight Rares are getting the opportunity to become a QCR, which is a Core Century Secret Rare. People are frying because of that aspect. And yes, it has happened with already IP Masquerena. It's happened with a Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. It's happened with Stars Dragon, Black Rose, Blackwing Armor Master, and even number 39, which was our Astral Rare, but Starlight Rare, now into a QCR. And trust me, I understand the fright that people have right now. What I will say is to take a step back and understand what's going on, right? Konami is reprinting a version of a Starlight Rare as a QCR, but it's not a Starlight Rare. A Starlight Rare is much cleaner. It's hard to pull. Those are aspects you have to keep in mind, right? Because Stars Dragon, Starlight Rare, I mean, come on now. I mean, we saw Ruxin open a bunch of these boxes open, cases that is, to even get one. A lot of people are, not really thinking with their head, but thinking with their pockets because they're scared. So what I will say is don't let fear cloud your judgment, because a lot of people are having fear cloud their judgment. Listen, Starlight Rare Stars Dragon is going to go up. That's not even a question in my mind. It's down right now because there's a lot of fear. That's what it is. So is it time to buy Starlight Rares? 100%. This is the time to buy. When the market is down on a certain rarity or a card or whatever it is, that's your opportunity to buy it. If you know personally, if you're using good judgment and watching trends in the market and understanding the market and understand Yu-Gi-Oh! And rarity and all those things and how hard a card is to pull, then you will understand that a Starlight Rare, though it's down right now because of the QCR, drama going on, it is going to go up without a doubt. Right now this year, it has gone down. Listen, that is your opportunity to buy it. If you have the money, if you have the cash, now is your time to invest in Starlight Rares. Now is the time to buy as many as you can for as cheap as they are. And we're going to take a look at some of the cheap ones because they are definitely under the price point they should be at. And this is the time where you can be profiting a lot more in the future by picking them up while they're cheap. Now, there will be a few that are cheap and will probably stay cheap and not go that far up. But there are those that are under the price right now and definitely will go up in time. So keep that all in mind. I know a lot of you are just like dishing out your Starlight Rares, and that is not the specific move you should be making. Now, there are emergencies that come into play, and I understand that you have to make your money and you have to sell it off and whatever like that, and that's different. But if you have a Starlight Rare and there's no emergency, there's nothing going on, that there's no emergency for you to need a money right now, you should not be selling your Starlight Rare. You should be holding on to it. Those that are selling it, rethink your option of selling it. And those that are thinking about buying it, don't think, do it. If you have the money, definitely do it. Don't waste more time than it is. I will say, I think after the rarity collection, I think we'll see at Starlight Rare at its lowest. But after that, I don't think, like a few weeks after that, I don't think we're going to see it any lower than that. I think after the rarity collection, like a week or two into it, we'll see Starlight Rare at a really low price point, and then it will start to go back up again. Because I think that is the last set, if I'm not mistaken, that are being given out. Core Century Rares are being given out for basically for free, one per box, right? Like the tins, one per tin you get a Core Century Secret Rare. And again, when you give out a rarity for free, it devaluates the rarity. That's why I always say Core Century Secret Rares will never be as much as a Starlight Rare, and so on and so forth. But as we move on, what cards should you be picking up as Starlight Rares right now for maximum profit in the future? Well, let's take a Cyberstorm Axis. We're taking a look at this. Do we think any of these? It's really a gamble with all of these. Though there are some really cool ones. I think Firewall Dragon is, pretty popular one. Same with Vice of Starfrost. But they're more meta cards. They're not really popular collection cards. Though Vice Starfrost has a really cool art design and everything like that, I don't think, personally, that these cards are going to really go that far up in the future. They will go up, don't get it mistaken. After a set is old for 5 years and you no longer can actually get it, of course it's going to go up. But is it going to go up the price point as other Starlight Rares we're going to take a look at? Well, let's see. So as we move further, we're taking a look at this set. Is there any Starlight Rares you should be picking up? It's actually one of those sets as well where it's. I'm not sure if this is the set you should be picking up Starlight Rares. Yeah, Mara Jade, yeah, Kashtira, but Kashtira's about to fall off. So you have to look at it, right? For collection standpoint. I think people also look at it from a meta standpoint, but listen, meta cards fall off, and that's why we see a lot of Starlight Rares fall off from the market. Ultimate Rares, Secret Rares, Ghost Rares, they fall off because they're not really relevant anymore. You have to look at more collector side of things. Don't put your bias into it, but more of your thought process of what you think the people are gonna like, right? Fans of the game. So I don't think any of these are really gonna be like a huge increase in price in the long run. Now, if we take a look at this set, this is the set I really think everyone and their mother and their father and their grandmother and their grandfather should be looking at. I think this is the set that is being very overlooked, and it's absolutely kind of wild. And yes, I know the Exodia head did get a QCR in the new tins, but trust me, Starlight Rares, again, they're very hard to pull. They're very much better looking and cleaner looking at that. So do I think Exodia the Forbidden, the head, will go up? Yes, of course. Do I see it continue to go down? Of course. I can see someone picking this up for like 250. Be honest with you, I could go all the way down to 250. And that's embarrassing because I do think that the Starlight Rare is worth much more than that. I think if I'm being honest with you here, it's probably like right now it should be holding at a price point around $500. 450, 500. That's really where it should be at. I mean, market price is 440, but yeah, that's where it should be at. 450, 500. That's where it should be at. But it's low because of the QCR and the fair and people not knowing whether or not it should be at that price. It's going to be at that price. Just give it time. I think impatience is really, really a stubborn trait a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players have, and that's not a trait that you want to develop as well. Patience is key when it comes to investing in Yu-Gi-Oh. Patience is key when you're collecting in Yu-Gi-Oh, and patience is key when you just want to get a certain card you want as well. So take that into account as well. Now, Borlo Savage Dragon is a card that, yes, it's meta. It's also a nice collector piece because a lot of people do like the Borlo Savage Dragon design, but also keep in mind it actually is a staple card for many decks that actually need this card, and it's a card that is needed in a lot of things actually, not just Dragon Link that you saw Poly one in YCS or not YCS or Worlds. So keep that in mind. I do think this card is going to go up at 140. You're looking at an absolute steal, everybody. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Access Code Talker, it's still a little pricey here and there, right? It used to be, what, $600, $500, around there. So it's definitely gone down since. Do I see it going back up? It's one of those cards where you could probably shove it to the side and look at other things to invest in. It is a nice collector piece if you want it at a low price. It definitely is lower than it was, and it's still going to be relevant to this day and in the future as well. So definitely worth your money as well if you have the money, that is, right? But we're looking at more cheaper, more affordable ones as well, and all the Exodia pieces as well as the head is definitely something you should be taking a look at and trying to invest in, because these were at one point 300, 200. Now they're at 100, 120, 100 here, basically 145. I mean, that's really affordable. Listen, Yatagarasu is one of our fan favorite cards as well as Super Polymerization, Blackwing Armor Master, which is seeing incredible low price point because of the QCR reprint in the tins. These things are being overlooked, and it's really bad because I do think this box as well is going to see a very high valuation in the future. So if you want to get a case of Battle Legends Crystal Revenge, I highly recommend doing so, because I do think this box in the future will see a dramatic increase in price as well. So for those that want to invest in boxes, this is one of the boxes you should definitely be investing in, because people are going to try to pull a Starlight Rare in the future to try to pull one of these cards. So definitely take your opportunity, invest in stuff that if you have the money, you should be doing so immediately. Okay, take a look at this set. Now, what I will say is, from a collector standpoint, yes, Blackwing Dragon is at a very low price point, but at a collector standpoint, it's a card you should definitely be picking up for a low price point, because once all the Standard Dragons come out, people are going to want every single one, and this card might go up in price, and it being low right now, it's definitely a card you should be definitely picking up. That's just my personal opinion. Now, these three cards here, more of meta relevant type of things, so definitely be on the lookout for that, but it's also a little pricey, so definitely not something we're also looking at. We're looking at cards again that would favorably help you out in getting profit, and as well as helping your collection. And this is not really more collector stuff, this is more meta stuff, and I do think they would probably fall off as well after a while. because you know meta cards, they do fall off and then other cards take its place, so it does happen. Is there any card in here? Honestly, the only one I could tell you is really DPE, right? Because DPE is also a hero card and people love heroes. Yeah, why not invest in a destroy Phoenix Enforcer if you can, if you have the money. It's definitely gone down since it's come out, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, definitely has gone down since it's come out. So and I do think it's going to go down even further within the next month or two, so keep that in mind as well. So if you want to wait you know, a patient game, you can. I think maybe if you can, it'll probably go down to 175, but that's just my personal opinion, and then definitely pick it up from there. Battle of Chaos. This is a set that is just amazing overall. I love this set. It just brings back so much like nostalgic memories of the DM era. And let me tell you something. I love Dark Magician. I do. And the fact that there's an Illusion of Chaos in here and the Dark Magicians in here at Starlight Rare, it's beautiful. And then they got Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. That's a really cool card as well. Now, these cards have all gone down since, you know, the past couple months since QCR has been announced. I mean, you could take a look here. This was at 214. Now look at where it's at. It's at what, 179, 160 here. Listen, everybody, this is a card not to be slept on. I think this is one that's going to be a lot more money in the future. Maybe even at a high price point of $400, $500 5 years from now. That's just my personal opinion. The way I look at it, the way I see trends, this is one of those cards. And, you know, there's not many places selling Battle of Chaos. And you can see Battle of Chaos is actually holding a pretty nice price point in terms of sealed value. So, I mean, there's still pretty good cards in here. Guardian Chimera, right? It hasn't gotten the reprint in the tin, so it's still going to be at a high price point. Yeah, I saw a reprint in Maze of Memories, but listen, I definitely do think that Battle of Chaos sealed and the Starlight Rares in the set is really good. Now, Theresa, you know, that's a little bit more if you running Diamorpheus, so I don't see that one really being the big it factor. But the Dark Charmer Gloomy is actually a really good card. Yeah, it's meta relevant, but it's actually a really good card for a card, you know, meta now and down the line as well. I think it's gonna be really, really relevant, so keep that in mind as well. Now, yes, I do say meta cards are definitely not something should be invested in, but if it's a meta card that is also a staple for things down the line and it just doesn't work in just one deck, it works in many different decks, then it's something that you should definitely be taking a look at, because it's something that, you know, again, it'll work not just in one deck but in many things, so it'll definitely be worth your investment long term if you're trying to create a deck and people are looking for this type of card in their deck as well as a high rarity. But Illusion of Chaos, Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, they're all really low in price right now. Can I see going lower? I actually could see these two hitting at a price point around 120, and that's really sad because like I said, I think this is going to be a high card in the future, but it's going down right now, and Starlight Rare market is really down, like I said. So crazy to think about all these cards going down. These two cards, 100% worth your investment, not even a question. If you're second guessing, don't second guess, just buy it. Stardust Dragon and Shooting Majestic Star Dragon are definitely worth your money now. Not even now. Yesterday. You should have been buying this yesterday. It's definitely worth much more than what it's at right now, right? 580. It's what it's being estimated at. 592. Listen, everybody, this card's gonna be like $1,000, $800, like not 800,000. Sorry, can't speak. $800 to $1,000 years from now. I mean, and it could be more than that. Listen, Star Dragon is a very hard card to pull in this one. So is Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. And Dawn Majesty is nothing to be slept on. I really do love this box. And I think these two cards of Starlight Rares are going to be worth a lot more in the future. A lot more. So definitely consider picking these two up for your collection. They're down right now. They're down. And if you're a Sign of Dragon collector, you should be on this. Like, how? Same with Black Rose Dragon. The Charmers are a really funny one because there are some that are just not really worth, and then there's some that are. I think from a collector standpoint, I think it definitely is worth the investment in terms of buying it. Not now. I would say maybe a month or two from now when it goes down even further. But it's still pretty high price point at 420. But it's up to you. It's up to you for that one. If you have the money, again, you should definitely do it. It's definitely gone down since. I mean, you could see that 3 months where it was and now where it's at. It's definitely gone down, right? But I think it's going to go down further within the next month or two. Black Rose Dragon, buy it. Buy it, buy it, buy it. Like yesterday. Okay. Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. Now, this is a card where I'm actually a little bit more skeptical about this one. Not because it's not a good card, it's that the QCR is actually holding at a pretty good price point next to this one compared to the other QCRs. So it's a little funny, this one. At 323, I still think that it's pretty good price compared to where it was. I think it was at 500, right? At one point, close to 500. So it's definitely gone down since. But I can see this going down to the $275, $300 range in the next month or two, maybe 3. Is it worth the investment now? It could be. I just don't know how many decks still use Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. I know many do, but not as many as it used to. So I'm not sure. This one's a little funny one. This one is your preference for this one. I will say that one. It's your preference. I will say for me, no, not right now at least. I think it needs to go down further. Definitely needs to go down further. But yeah, guys, listen. Those are the cards you should definitely be taking a look at. I know there's other Starlight Rare sets, but we'll be here all day if we're doing that. But these are just some of the few you should be investing in, and some of the ones you should be looking at. Like I said, if you have the money and you think that this Starlight Rare is going to go up, and that's just your opinion, and you're putting your good sense into it, and you're understanding the fan base, you're understanding the market, you're understanding the Yu-Gi-Oh fans that are here, that love Yu-Gi-Oh, that want to invest in certain things down the line, then yeah, definitely do it. But don't go off of bias. Not because you think it's a great artwork and you think it's a great card, it's going to go up. That's not how it works, right? You have to look at the vicinity, everything of it. So keep that all in mind. Again, it's a buyer's market right now for Starlight Rare. It's not a seller's market. It is a buyer market. If you're selling right now, you're not using your brain. You're shutting it off. You should only be selling if you're in an emergency and you need the money right now. And if you don't need the money, now is your time. Bye, 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 bye. I can't say that enough. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. From your truly Sporkman. We'll catch you next one. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and peace out, YouTube.
I give my all, hey, just to save you, I give all of me.